Cynthia, at such a young age, moved from one rich man to another. However, she had one rule she kept very strictly. She never spent the night with any man. This was shocking and quite difficult because the kind of activities she was involved in occasionally required her to spend the night outside her dorm. But Cynthia kept to this rule and refused to wake up to dawn with a man beside her. There once lived a girl called Cynthia. She was referred to the very pretty and soft Cynthia by boys who were enamored by her beauty in school. She was in her second year of the university, and the boys in her school wanted to be with her. But she was always turning them down, saying, "Please, oh, I am not on your level. Go and date someone who is on the same level as you." And truly, she wasn't on their level. Cynthia wore very expensive items and smelt expensive. It was obvious that she chose to be with only extremely wealthy men. She was also dropped off at school dorms, her hands occupied with designer shopping bags in luxurious cars. Cynthia, at such a young age, moved from one rich man to another. However, she had one rule she kept very strictly. She never spent the night with any man. And this was shocking and quite difficult because the kind of activities she was involved in occasionally required her to spend the night outside her dorm. But Cynthia kept to this room and refused to wake up to dawn with any man beside her. She kept on with her expensive lifestyle and told everyone who cared to know that she had different uncles around school who were very generous with her. Everyone doubted this. Only Chike believed her. He truly liked Cynthia and wanted to be with her, but getting her attention wasn't as easy. Cynthia and Chike met in 200 level at their departmental welcome party for freshers. He was a very smart guy and the class representative for the 200 level students. He started looking out for Cynthia from time to time, helping her with assignments and taking excuses for her anytime she had to help out at her uncle's place, all to get her attention. After a while, Cynthia agreed to date him. Chike was ecstatic and showered Cynthia with even more love and attention. He knew his girlfriend loved expensive things, so he would save for months from his 20,000 naira monthly allowance he received from his parents to get her an expensive handbag or shoes from time to time. Unknown to him, she had only agreed to be with him so as to keep on receiving help for her schoolwork from him. If this is the price I have to pay to maintain my good schoolwork performance, then I will gladly do so, she thought to herself. Other boys in the school wondered why Cynthia would settle for someone like Chike and concluded that Chike had to be threatening the beautiful Cynthia with something tangible. The relationship between Chike and Cynthia went on smoothly, but just like with other men, she also kept the same rule in her relationship with Chike. She refused to spend the night at Chike's apartment. Cynthia would come visiting and insist on heading back to her hostel, despite how late into the night it was. Chike would often ask her why she preferred to put her life in danger by insisting on returning to her dorm every night instead of spending the night at his apartment. Cynthia would playfully discard his concerns and tell him that she was just shy to spend the night with him. Chike loved Cynthia and accepted her response, always in good faith. Unknown to him, Cynthia had kept the numerous relationships she had with other wealthy men around to help maintain her lifestyle. And anytime Chike saw her coming out from one expensive car or another, she would always tell him that it was one of her uncles who came to drop her off. Chike also knew that Cynthia was not on his level, and he was willing to make up for his lack until he found the text messages that broke him into pieces on that said day. It was a train of erotic messages exchanged between his girlfriend and one of her so-called uncles, Chief Nnnamdi. Chike was heartbroken and decided to confront her. Cynthia, why would you do this to me? Why deceive me? Chike, don't be angry, but I am sure that even you knew this could not work, she responded. I really wish you were a bit patient with me, Cynthia. I was going to give you my whole word, he said amidst tears. Please, keep your word for another girl. I want more, which you clearly cannot give me, Cynthia replied him. What do you want that I cannot give you, Cynthia? He asked. Cynthia was beginning to feel the guilt as she witnessed Chike break down in tears in front of her. She knew he loved her, but love wasn't going to pay her bills and fund the lifestyle she wanted. I want money, cars, wealth, affluence, and fame. Can you give me all of that? She replied. Yes, I can, but not now. We are both still students, Cynthia. Can you be a little bit patient so we can work towards what you want together? Please, Cynthia. He spoke, looking up to her from the corner where he sat crying. Why should I wait for 10 to 15 years for what I can get now? Just move on, and just maybe someday you will meet a good girl meant for you, she replied as she walked towards the door of his small apartment, hopping into an expensive car waiting for her just outside. From a young age, Cynthia understood the power of her looks and had one primary goal: to marry a wealthy man and escape her humble beginnings in Lagos. She wasn't interested in love or romance, unless it came with a hefty price tag, and she was on a mission to get all the good things in life with her looks. She didn't expect her little experiment with Chike, as she called it, to get to the level it did. It was a good thing that he saw the messages at the time he did. It was time to put a stop to this romance nonsense, she said to herself, as she turned to face her uncle in the car that picked her up from Chike's house. It was her most favorite lover, Chief Nnnamdi. So, are you done with that small boy now? Chief asked her. Chief, everything is closed. I am all yours now, Cynthia answered faintly. Good girl. Now, let's get married, he replied. What? Cynthia was left stunned. Yes, she had a plan to marry into wealth regardless, but had no idea it was going to be this easy. What? This is the end of the first episode. The last episode will be uploaded immediately after this. Kindly check it out to see how Cynthia further navigates her life and finally breaks her longest kept rule of not spending the night with any man. Please support our channel by subscribing, liking, commenting down your thoughts on the life of Cynthia and Chike, and lastly, sharing with your family and friends. Thank you and see you in the next episode.